There we go. Hey guys, come on in, say hello as we get things started. Oh, my computer doesn't want to log into my one of my services. That's a little crazy. How's everybody doing tonight? We're getting ready for our interview. You have to let us know how things sound. Remember that at the beginning of this, basically, we just like to start, let let us know if you can hear us. If you can't hear us, there is a problem. But hey, we're up. I see us there, so that's good. And we're just kind of waiting to see all of the other stuff, other people coming in. So come on in, say hello, let us know you're here, guys. Remember, I have that one rule. You can come in, you can lurk, but I need you to say hi before you go sit in the corner. That is important. We need to know you're here. We need to know you're part of the audience. Tonight, you can see that we have our friend Slam 3D, new friend to the channel. She worked with us on the Wine and Paint a couple of months ago. I guess it was, wow, that feels like forever. That was only like a month, 3-4 weeks ago,
Like a
wasn't
month
it?
ago.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It just seems so crazy. What's up, Blazing Prince? How are you doing, Robert 3D? Good to see y'all. Y'all come on in. This is actually the first night, just for people who are coming in early. This is the first night. Hey, Axis, how are you doing? Axis Averted, good to see you. That we are going live in all the places again. From my house. Go figure. So if there's technical issues, you know what's happening. And, it's my show. There's always technical issues. How are you doing, Frostbite Forge? How are you doing? So how's the weather
Hi,
where
Blazin.
how's the weather where you are, Slam?
Oh, it's amazing. We're in like full
Really?
spring summer mode
Oh
here
wow.
right now. So all the snow's melted. It's sunny. It's like
Oh,
70 degrees. It's
that's nice.
awesome.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did the full drive from Virginia to Colorado back to Virginia. And so I saw a lot of different weather types. I was in like typhoon winds in Nebraska. I hit sleet in Pennsylvania. It was nuts. It snowed the day we were getting to Colorado. It was one of those crazy weeks.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh. Are you based in Virginia? I
I
didn't
I
realize
am.
that.
I am. I am in Virginia,
Oh,
and
I used to live in Virginia Beach.
oh, okay, okay. I'm in the Fredericksburg area. If that tells you anything, about 3 hours from Virginia Beach. So most people
I
from
moved around a
Virginia
lot,
Beach
but
don't know anything about the rest of the Virginia. They just like Virginia Beach. At least
yeah.
that's what I've
Yep.
found. So
That's accurate.
yeah, it's a great place. I really like it. What's up, Tasha? How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see everybody tonight. Axes
Tasha.
Averted, Kawaii Rogue. Good to see everybody. Y'all
I
come on
love
in and
Kawaii
say
Rogue. Kawaii
hello.
Rogue printed my heart behind me.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Well,
Yes,
welcome.
this
Welcome.
is courtesy of Kawaii Rogue.
Okay.
So
That's awesome.
we
That
love
looks,
Kawaii Rogue.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a really unique logo. Like,
thank you.
we're going to go ahead and ask, where did the logo come from? What was this idea? What brought that about?
Oh, I don't know. I knew I wanted it to be like a heart and be pink
Hmm.
and girly. So what I did was I just like made a 3D heart in Nomad Sculpt, and then I like continued like lowering and lowering the resolution until it became just very triangulated like this.
Okay.
So the actual logo is literally just a render from a very low poly heart in Nomad Sculpt.
That's
And then I have a friend who's a graphic designer who like turned it into an actual logo for me. But
okay. Because that's what it looks
yeah,
like. I didn't know. Okay. I mean, because it definitely looks like a low poly, but I like that. That's cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
it's a real model. I print it out
Yeah.
sometimes. I have like little boxes of it and stuff.
Yeah. So in real life, are you really a girly girl like you are online?
Ugh, yes, annoyingly so.
I love
Yeah, do you ever see those memes where it's like in a world of like basic white girls who love Taylor Swift?
it.
This is me, and then they show like all the sheep going one direction, and then they're like in it.
Uh,
That's me.
yeah, you're the
I
girl.
love everything girly.
Are you a Tay Tay fan?
I'm a huge Tay Tay
Okay.
fan. Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, but that's
You don't
okay.
want to see
You're
my Apple Music minutes for Taylor Swift.
that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Um, that's cool. I've never been a huge fan. I get the appeal though. Totally get the appeal. I know she's got a great audience, and I know where I live. I mean, it's like parents and kids and everybody just, yeah, they're listening to her music all the time. So that's cool. What's your favorite song?
She's great. Oh my gosh. That's a really tough question. She has like 1,000
I know,
songs.
right? She has a huge
The all
library.
too well 10-minute version, though. All too well 10-minute version. You can't
Okay.
go wrong with that.
All right.
Yeah.
What's up with my voice or her voice or my what? Me? I have been talking, and it's something about coming from Loveland, Colorado, down the mountain into Virginia. Like everything just started going, bleh. And so this is what I sound like today. I did talk a lot at Remurf Dud. You are correct. What's up, Steffi? How are you doing, guys? Y'all come
Hi,
on in.
Steffi.
Guys, we're just kind of talking today. We're having a little bit of fun. We're gonna interview and talk with her. I know you guys have some questions. Y'all want to get to know her. I've really enjoyed getting to know Slam a lot over the past couple of months. We had a lot of fun at our last wine and paint, where she was our guest painter, running around telling people all sharing techniques. And you can see the horse in the background there. So we're just gonna get to know her a little bit better. But here's the thing, yeah, the deal. You guys know that there's three reasons why we do this show. Number one, we do it to meet cool people. Number two, we do it to get to know the makers and creators that we love watching, right? Because we want to get to know who they are and not just what they do. And so that's really important. And then the third reason we do this is to expose them to a larger audience. That's where your job comes in, guys. I need y'all to get this out there. I need you to share it. I need you to tell people what's going on. Put it in your Discords, email the family, do whatever you need to do just to let people know that we're sitting here, that we're interviewing Slam. So thank you for the shares. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for everything that all you guys are doing on all the different platforms. I appreciate it. We would not be a show if it weren't for you. And yeah. That's all I have to say about that. So, what are you drinking today, Slam? I always ask, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a little white wine.
Oh,
Just a
okay.
little sip of
Okay,
white wine, you know?
Is there a
Keeps
particular white
everything fun
wine,
and
or is it like,
whimsical.
are you a blend person, or do you have particular white wine that you like?
Not very picky. I like a dry, like a Pinot Grigio.
Okay,
This is just
we can
really
do that.
cheap,
That's a
barefoot white
hey,
wine.
hey. I'm a $3 Chuck guy when it comes to wine most of the time, so I can do the expensive stuff.
I
But
like it cheap.
yeah, there's some good cheap
Fun
stuff.
fact, I'm celiac, so as long as
Oh,
it's gluten-free
there
and
you go.
cheap,
Mm-hmm.
I will drink it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It totally does. We got Nate. I'm cheap too. No, Nate, you're bougie.
Nice.
Everybody thinks you're bougie, Nate.
Mhm.
So, all right, guys. But if you get your questions in the room as we go, like I said, I'm trying out kind of some new systems. We're getting over on different platforms and just making sure we're good. So, pardon us if we move a little bit behind on things, but we're going to keep moving. What's up, Farm Sip? How are you doing? Good to see you. Are we sounding good, guys? Everything sound good right now? Let me know, and then we'll talk a little bit more. But so
My
uh,
mic is not as fancy as Asylum's, but
it's
you
all
sound
good.
great.
As long as you sound good, we're all happy. It's starting to get where like audio engineer for like 35 years, right? It's becoming so simple to do audio now with AI and all the plugins that people use, and it's like my job is going away in some parts. In some parts. I know, right, Blazin? Don't touch anything. Leave it alone. Blazin knows my show will fall apart the second I do something like this. Uh, so, but good. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you so much. So, white wine. What is like? Do you have like a
Yes.
favorite drink? Like, if you could sit down and have one, and this is non-alcohol. This is anything. This encompasses everything. What's your like celebrate or I want to relax type drink?
Oh, I'm a Diet Dr. Pepper girly.
Okay.
I drink a lot of Diet Dr. Pepper
Okay.
or I mean water, obviously, but
Yeah. No,
if it's not water, it's Diet Dr. Pepper or it's white wine.
okay. That works. That works. My sister's a big Dr. Pepper
Yeah,
fan. So I've had to live with that.
it's so good.
People do love it. Guys, what are your favorite drinks in the room? What do y'all, when you're wanting to sit down, maybe relax, just what do you drink? Let me know that. Put that in the chat. And now, what is, and I have to ask this for Nate, this is our big question we always have to ask. What's your favorite ice cream?
Oh, the chocolate peanut butter Haagen-Dazs. It's gluten-free and it's so good.
Okay.
Chocolate peanut butter anything, but just the fact that it's in a Haagen-Dazs ice cream and it's gluten-free,
Okay.
it's my favorite thing ever.
Okay. I
It's
don't,
a very dangerous snack for me, actually. I could eat a lot of it.
it sounds like it. It sounds like it. I actually visited my first Ben and Jerry's shop leaving Loveland. We had a lot of fun. Nate was introducing me to all sorts of ice cream. He's a big ice creamaholic. All right. So, what was your first 3D printer?
Oh gosh. I think so. My husband got really into this hobby before I did.
Okay.
So I think our first printer was the Ender 3,
Okay.
which was just really I didn't really print much with that because that was kind of like a bit of a pain to work with. I think when I really got into this was when we had the Elegoo. It was like the small 3D printer, I think like the Mars size or
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
So I really got into it with when we got a resin printer.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. Oh, we got Enjoy 3D saying Ender 3. So some people
Yes.
know things already, right? Please don't say Ender 3. It says Matt, MTF print. That's funny. I get it. So many people started, right? So many people started
Everyone
with that
starts
Ender
there.
3. Now, did you have a lot of experience with that? I mean, why don't we just broaden that? Do you have a lot of experience in the FDM? You got one back there behind you, so you've got a little bit of experience, but kind of when do you play in that realm? When do you not play in that realm?
Yeah. So I am just really into resin printing for like just the end goal of all of my art tends to be resin printed, but I do kind of have a lot of experience racked up with FDM printers
Okay.
or I don't know what we're calling them these days. I've been told they're called FFF, not FDM.
Yeah.
Whatever is politically correct. I
FDM
have
FDM works here. We're fine. Or
okay.
yeah, we're good. We're
Yeah.
good.
Well, I mean, so resin printing is just it's so fumey and just like not good for you. So even though I wear all of the proper PPE, I try to like limit my exposure as much as I can.
Right.
So for that reason, I am always like test printing on FDM and I've become like somewhat of an expert on it. Like
Okay.
I use it a lot.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm test printing all of like my doll parts that I plan to resin print.
Okay.
Um yeah, and I primarily use the Anycubic Cobra X, which is what's behind me.
Okay. Yep.
Um,
And are
the
you in?
Bamboo X1C used to be my workhorse, but
Okay.
my AMS is very fussy lately, so I've like switched over to the Cobra X.
Okay. I've heard some
But
good
yeah, I
things.
feel
So
like,
you're enjoying the X?
oh
Wh-
yeah, I love it. It's basically a Bamboo A1, but multicolor.
Don't tell any cubic that. Don't
And
say that too loud.
I feel like I have like 12 A1s, so I'm pretty well versed in the A1s, and the Anycubic print's just as good, but it
Okay.
has like the multicolor filaments right on top, so it takes less desk
I
space,
gotcha.
and I love it. The print quality's great.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Anybody else in here have an X? Anyone? Raise your hands. Let us know. Give us your opinions in the chat. We're always interested in what people think. So you had the V3. You say when resin came along, that's kind of when you started. And so in the Mars days, my Mars was my first one. I had the Mars 2, I think, is the one that I had. Um, now, kind of so A1s. How many resin printers have you gone through? So you've come from the X. You have some A1s. You got the uh, those in the FDM space. But what do you have as far as the resin printers that you use on the daily?
Oh, right now my Elegoo Saturn 4 Ultra 16K is like my main resin workhorse.
Okay.
But I've also recently gotten the Elegoo Jupiter 2, which is like it prints just as well as the Saturn 4 Ultra, but it's huge.
Yeah.
So I can print a
Yeah.
ton of things on it at once. Those are my two main workhorses. I have the Creality Hallett as well,
Okay. How do you
which
feel
is
about that
not
one?
it's not as good as the Elegoo,
Okay.
honestly. I print out in my garage and the Elegoos are all self-heating. So I don't have to worry
Right.
about like maintaining an
Yeah.
ambient temperature. When I print on the Creality Hallett, I gotta like turn on a space heater
I
and
gotcha. I gotcha.
make sure everything is staying
Now, is that
flowy enough.
the quality? Is that kind of a resin thing? Because I mean, if you're talking Jupiters, what you're talking are their screens are 16K now? What I'm trying to remember what the resolution of that
I
Jupiter
think
is.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, I mean, you're talking about a little bit of quality, but do you see that quality, does that quality between like a 8K and a 16K, just in your experience, does it really matter as much?
I don't think it, not for what I print. I mean, some people probably print super tiny, detailed, like Dungeons and Dragons characters. That's
Okay.
not, my prints are like pretty large and rather like cartoony and undetailed.
Yeah.
So as long as it's like looking smooth on the surface, that's all that matters to
Okay.
me, really.
No, that makes sense.
And I
Uh,
find all of them are great.
okay. Okay. No, that makes sense. And we'll look at some of those in a little bit. I know you sent me some pictures that we're going to look at. I'm excited to kind of show some of them. And then I know you said you had some things for show and tell. And we'll get into that a little bit, guys. But keep coming, keep those questions, guys. We are sitting here talking to our friend Slam 3D. You'll find her just about on all the platforms. Now, what do you consider your primary platform right now?
TikTok, or I mean, maybe Instagram, because Instagram I post everything that I post on TikTok,
Okay.
but I also post a lot of like behind the scenes and like especially in my Instagram stories,
Right.
and I post like extra reels there that I don't necessarily post on a TikTok.
Okay.
So
Is that kind
I
of
would
where
say Instagram.
is that kind of where you got your start?
No, I got my start on TikTok,
Oh,
and I've
okay.
just kind of like migrated over there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Do you see a big audience difference between the two?
yeah. Yeah, I think TikTok's more like algorithm driven. So
Okay.
it's not necessarily like I have followers on TikTok that are watching my content and like repeatedly interacting with me. It's kind of just
Right.
like the TikTok algorithm gives my stuff to whoever they think might enjoy it.
Right.
Where like I feel like Instagram people are like it's my followers. They're interacting with me. It's the same people over and over again, and it feels a little bit more community based.
Okay. Okay.
TikTok feels a little bit more algorithm based.
Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. I know you don't do a lot of lives. I know um I think people who do lives on TikTok might feel more community, but people who post just on TikTok, I think are very, very similar to you. So, but that's really, really interesting. Okay. Well, cool. Well, guys, keep coming,
Yeah.
keep them going. We got so many printer conversations happening over there in the side chat. Good to see y'all in the Peanut Gallery interacting and having fun. Definitely enjoying watching. Uh, Enjoy 3D says Slam is cool as heck. Thank you for watching your language in this. And no, I'm with
Cool
you.
as heck.
Cool as heck. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
I
Let's
saw
look.
someone ask about the heart, if it was 3D printed or 2D.
Okay.
It's a 2D decal.
Okay. So
And Kawaii Rogue, I don't know if Kawaii Rogue's still in here, but she printed it for me.
yeah. So Kawaii Rogue is still here. Now you said
We love her.
you had designed this in software and kind of low polyed it, and then someone took it graphically, did stuff to it, and then I guess you sent it. Was that Kawaii, or was Kawaii just the one who printed
No.
the result?
She just printed the result. I've only that was a long time ago. I've only recently met Kawaii. She like
Okay.
lives in the same town as me, so
Oh, cool.
we're like the only content creators in this space that I know of in our town. So
Okay. No,
she's very cool.
that's cool. That is cool. And
Yeah.
the name, and I think the name kind of tells a little bit, right? Kawaii. And, that was one of the things I first noticed when I started looking at your content and everything. I would call your style Kawaii, correct? Is that the right name?
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that.
And so you can kind of see, I assume this is a print that you did. Kind of talk me through what we're looking at here.
Yes. Oh, I don't have that one with me, but this one is Sailor Moon. And this is very much like, I think it represents like what I do. I love to make girly, like articulated action figures that are kind of nostalgic to my childhood in the 90s.
Like,
So
ah,
this very much encompasses that. And when I started, nobody was making these articulated action figures, so I really had to like just get my own action figures from vintage shops and pull them apart and figure out how they work and like how I could make that in Nomad Sculpt and print it
okay.
in the resin material, which is not that great to work with, and turn it into this. So this is very much what I like to do.
So you are literally you're modeling these and everything.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes a long time. This is why I feel like I'm a very slow content creator. I put out maybe like one video a month,
Yeah.
but everything I do, it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Now that's great. Now, have you, what software do you use? Kind of where does your 3D design ability come from?
so I use Nomad Sculpt. I don't know where the ability comes from. I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials. Drug Free Dave, he's kind of like the OG of Nomad Sculpt and kind of
Okay.
is what got me into it. So I kind of just found myself like watching his tutorials over and over again and kind of learning the basics of the tools. And I was like, well, I got to get this program. It's kind of like Procreate, but in 3D.
Right.
So it's very fun. It's very user friendly. It's very like accessible to everyone. Where there's like the professional programs such as like ZBrush, they're very complicated and they're very expensive and you need all kinds of equipment.
Right.
This I love Nomad Sculpt because it's on your iPad. It's relatively cheap and it's very easy to use. It's very intuitive to use. It's basically Procreate in 3D.
Yeah.
So I just kind of started playing with it and getting better and better and ended up here.
And so you do the joints and everything in Nomad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people think Nomad is only good for organic sculpting,
Hmm.
but I mean, it's just any program you have that's making an STL, like it's very mathematical and all of the output is in like just millimeters and angles. So you can very much do like CAD modeling in Nomad
Okay.
if you just know how to like edit all of the shapes properly. Like I can get exact joints, exact clearances, exact shapes.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of Nomad.
We might have to do a Nomad class with you. I only know the organic side. I don't, as far as CAD, I go into Fusion, right? But that sounds interesting. That's I've never seen that side of Nomad Sculpt. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Um, ta-
Blender, but better, as Matt said.
ooh, Blender, but better. Ooh, Gauntlet
Yeah.
Throne. Gauntlet Throne. Talk to me about these figurines right here. What are we looking at?
Oh, these are my K-pop Demon Hunters
I knew it was
figures.
coming. I knew it
I
was coming. Come on, guys, give me a hard time.
yeah.
Give me a hard time. Go ahead. Sorry, I had to interrupt.
No, you're good. This probably as far as like downloaded models, this is probably my most popular thing that I've made. And I see it
Mhm.
everywhere. Like
Yeah,
I find it in all kinds of places I wasn't expecting to see my work, but it's everywhere. I guess K-pop Demon Hunters is pretty popular.
very much so.
But
I'm not a
yeah,
fan.
yeah.
I'm not a fan. I've watched it. The only
Oh,
thing
boo.
now, if you did a derpy, I'd be in. I like derpy. I love what derpy represents and everything, but I just was not
Okay, well
into.
that's kind of basic, but
It is. I
I have the figures right here.
oh, okay. Hey, let's
They're
look
very
at
cute.
those.
It's the first time that I tried to actually model in multicolor. So all of these colors were printed separately and then pieced together. I think that might be another reason that these files were so popular because not everyone has an AMS. So it's nice when you can like
Right.
put things out that you could just print this on a one color printer and glue it all together. So,
Yeah, that's cool.
and you can do that in Nomad too. I think a lot of people think Nomad Sculpt can't do that, but
Yeah.
it's a very accurate software if you know how to use it.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. I had no clue you could be that accurate in Nomad. So I definitely would be interested in learning more on that. So that is pretty cool. So how do you come up with the ideas for the stuff that you create?
I am heavily peer pressured and I let my audience tell me what to make.
I love that.
Every video I make, my outro is always, what should I make next?
Okay.
And I let the comments tell me. I mean, I get a lot of like suggestions and I'll like Google image every single one. And if I see one, like people suggested K-pop Demon Hunters and I was like, well,
Yeah.
that's cute. I want to make that.
Yeah.
So I feel like in that sense, my audience has introduced me to a lot of like pop culture content that I wouldn't have otherwise been seeing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
That-
really let them just, I mean, obviously I pick and choose what I think is going to be fun and, is going to look good, but I
yeah.
let them choose.
Yeah. Now, that brings us to this one. Uh,
Yes,
this
this
looks
was my first try at articulation.
okay. Okay. It, 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 it's familiar to me, but where's this come from? What is this figuring from?
This is Fiona. It's like a spin-off of Adventure Time
Okay.
where it's basically Adventure Time but all the genders are swapped. So
Oh,
the main
okay.
character of Adventure Time, Finn, is now Fiona
Okay.
and she's like a girly bunny rabbit kid. This is another thing I hadn't heard of until people requested me to make it. And I looked it up and I was like, "Oh, this is super cute.
Okay.
The show is super cute."
I
And
guess
I
I
want to try act. This was my first time trying action figures.
Yeah, I guess I totally missed that show. I've seen Adventure Time, but I've totally, and I'm not like a huge fan of it, but I'll have to look that one up. That sounds really interesting.
It's a really good show, actually. I watch all the shows when people suggest, and
Okay.
it's something I've never heard of. I go through and I watch the show because I don't want to make it inaccurate. I don't want to have the real fans come at me and be like, "Oh
Okay.
no, her left ear should have been pink." I don't know.
Okay. So
I watch the whole shows to
you
make
really
sure that I
studied
like
this.
become a fan.
Yeah,
Yes.
you really studied this. That's
Yes.
kind of cool. Love Adventure Time. We got Matt MTF Prince saying, "Ah, I forgot about Fiona and Cake." I may have to watch to
Fiona and
understand.
Kate.
I may have to.
I made cake too.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do I have a picture of that one, or is that just
I don't. I don't
okay?
have it next to me either, but I do have also cake, and cake is also
Okay.
articulated.
That's cool. Now this is cute. I really like
Ooh.
this. What are we looking at?
So this is a Winx Club model. I don't know if you're familiar with Winx Club. It seems like
Well,
maybe not in your genre,
and Tasha said something
but
about it. Just said Winx has hands down been my favorite so far. So, tell me more about it. Tell me,
yes.
yeah.
I mean, it's a girly fairy cartoon. I know Tasha loves it because she always comments on my Winx Club stuff. But this, I tried to make Winx Club, but make it Polly Pocket.
Okay.
So when I was a kid in the
Mhm.
90s, we were obsessed with Polly Pockets.
Yep.
So when someone suggested to me Winx Club, I was like, never heard of it, but I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna mash it up with something that I'm more familiar with.
Mhm.
So this was like, and I actually have it here. This
Oh,
is
okay.
probably like one of my favorite things that I've made. Just
Oh, it's
because I
so much
love like
smaller than I thought. That
it's
is,
so tiny. And I'm sorry, my background is like blurred, so I don't know if
you're
it can
fine.
recognize this as a foreground thing, but
It's going back
yeah,
and forth, but yeah,
it's so tiny and it was the most difficult thing I've ever made,
that's really
but
cute.
it's
I
like my
like
favorite
that.
thing that I've ever made.
Yeah. Oh, that's
And I
cool.
think I complained about it too much in the video. People were like, "Yeah, you're complaining too much about how hard this is," but it was really hard to make. It looks so easy in a 2-minute TikTok, but
Yeah.
this this was a disaster for like 2 months of work.
Oh, 2 months. Well, talk to me about it a little bit more. I mean,
Took a long time.
we're seeing a lot of color. We're seeing a lot of just different objects. So, did you design them individually and stick them in? Did you design it all together? Are they pieces that you print and it like give us a really good rundown of what we're looking at with what you have in your hand?
Okay, so I basically designed kind of this like opening box, which is kind of Polly Pocket style, but it's in the shape of the Winx logo.
Okay.
And then with that, I designed this and FDM printed it, and then I took it into Nomad Sculpt and I designed all of these like tiny pieces of furniture and tiny dolls for it,
Yeah.
and I resin printed those and
Okay.
painted. And I don't know if you can like
Okay.
see how small
Uh,
the dolls are.
Yeah, they're very. Oh,
It just fell into my wine. I'm not even
oh
joking.
no.
They're very tiny.
Yeah,
Like
that is
it's like an
crazy.
ant,
Yeah.
but it looks like a legit Polly Pocket as a Winx character. So I think that's why this model was so popular. It was a very difficult process to
Yeah.
work on, but I'm super happy with how it came out.
Yeah. It's
And I
really
feel
cute.
like it like resonated with my viewers.
Yeah, I think so. And I like what Matt says. He's like, it's your project. Complain and brag all you want. I totally agree.
Thank
I
you.
agree.
Thank
So,
you.
and Tasha thinks that your little character was just thirsty and needed a drink.
She
So
was. She's literally in the bottom of my wine. That's okay.
that's great. That is awesome. Well, I think I've got one more picture here that I wanna hit, and then we can move on to some other things. Now that looks like a familiar character to me as well.
Really? Are you familiar with Zara Larson?
Okay, I have heard. Now my sister,
Oh.
yeah. So yeah, I've heard. So I knew it looked familiar. But go ahead, tell us what we're looking at.
Well, okay, so this is my interpretation of the pop star Zara Larson.
Okay,
She's very, I'm actually surprised you've heard of her. Um, she's very popular, especially on TikTok, especially for kind of having a Lisa Frank vibe
okay,
with like her dolphins and all the neon colors. So when someone suggested that I make her, I jumped right onto it
okay.
because like I'm a 90s kid. I loved Lisa Frank and I love Zara Larson,
Right.
so
That's our.
I kind of made her.
She's the Swedish one, right? Am I keeping that straight? She's
She is
okay.
Swedish,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm just making sure. Just making sure. But yeah. Okay.
She's Swedish. She's very, very girly, very Lisa Frank coded. So
Okay.
I just made the most like neon, sparkly, obnoxious,
Looks great.
kind of anime version of her that I could.
Yeah.
And yeah,
No, that
that's
looks
what
really
came
good.
out.
Well, that's awesome. What Asylum totally knows, but just to make sure you know, tell him. Okay, yeah, no, I know, y'all know me. I know like a little bit about a lot. I'm not like deep into to stuff, but I keep my ear to the ground and I listen and I watch. Always, it's important to. But um, okay, awesome. Well, guys,
Well,
y'all could.
I hope I bring that girly vibe because I feel like maybe maybe I'm more like girly centered than your like usual guest or your usual
Oh,
content. So
I think so. I don't usually pick vibes. I just pick people whose stuff I'm interested in, and we did the wine and paint. That was actually the first time I had seen your stuff, and when I saw your stuff, I was instantly like, oh, this is really good stuff. And like we were talking before the show, as far as it's so important to me when there's a content creator out there like you, like so many other content creators who have a large audience that don't necessarily know a lot about them, but like want so much from them and want to just give us more, give us more, give us more. I think it's so important to get to know you and make you personalize you for the audience so that they understand you are a person. You are somebody who's trying to create, and it takes a lot out of you. This isn't just something that you can just churn out and give to people. That it's part of who you are and why you do what you do. So
yeah, yeah, and I'm really happy that you've given me kind of the opportunity to do that because for me especially, I do mostly faceless content.
mhm.
Like for me, my content is like the things that I make. Like I'm not my content. I don't really put myself out there very much. I kind of just put my art and my creations out there.
Right.
So I feel like, other than when I do stuff like this, people don't really get that much of a chance to get to know me as a person. So
Yeah.
I do really love that we do this kind of thing. And I do also think it's important to just bring more girlies into the 3D printing space because it is kind of oversaturated with like the 3D printing bros at this point,
I gotcha.
which we love,
Yeah,
we
I
love all
understand.
that kind
I
of stuff.
understand,
But
man. Bring them
I,
in. We're totally happy. We're totally
yeah,
happy to have more and more people doing this. I mean, that's what it's about. And
I
I'm,
would love to see more girls and women in 3D printing. And
yeah,
so I feel like that's kind of like one of my main focuses of my content is I want to take Winx Club or Polly Pocket or things that girls are interested in
yeah,
that will like hook them into watching. And then while they're watching, they're going to see like 3D modeling and 3D printing and maybe also get into that.
Yeah, totally, 100%. And I would even take it, since my channel isn't even necessarily, while we lean heavy 3D printing, it's such a makerspace thing, and I think it goes for the makerspace in general. Just looking at what people are doing and finding the things that you like and just coming in and being a part of it, I think is so important. Whether you're a guy, whether you're a girl, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you come in and you want to contribute and be a part, I think that's so important. I really do. So
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just kind of looking through the comments and everything. But yeah, so well, why don't we get to know you better? Why don't we dive into a couple of things and just kind of figure out, like,
If you want to.
when you were a little children, when you were a little kid, when you were, let's go back to like middle school. I think that's kind of where people kind of start remembering a little bit more. Some people remember elementary, but what kind of extracurricular things did you do? What were your favorite subjects in school? What was slam like?
So I was just like a nerd. I was like in the gifted program,
Okay.
kind of an outsider. Um, I was really into speed skating, inline speed skating. That was like the one
Inline.
extracurricular that I did.
Okay.
So it's basically, the speed skating you see Apollo Antonono do in the Olympics.
Right.
I was doing that
Yeah.
inline skating, like with wheels. Um, and you know, just skating and reading books. That's kind of all I was into as a kid.
So now, when you say inline speed skate, where were you doing this, at like the skating rink? Did you have competitions that you went to?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was doing this at the local roller rink.
Okay.
It's where I also had my first job at the local
Oh,
roller rink.
cool.
I was a snack bar attendant. So I was a big roller skater
Okay.
as a kid. And we did speed skating competitions. The ones I went to were all in Washington State, where I live.
Right.
I wasn't like that good that I was going to nationals or anything,
Okay.
but you know, I
Yeah.
traveled around the state. I did some competitions.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. That's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. And so the skating, and then what was the other? You said one more thing. It just left my brain.
Reading, I read a
Reading.
lot.
Yes. What
Yeah,
kind
I
of
was a bookworm.
what kind of books? I read a ton. Like, my parents always gave me the stars in my books when I completed reading them. So, like, I very much read any book that came inside the house so I could get a star, right? But what kind of books did you enjoy
Yeah.
reading at that time?
Well, when I was a kid, you got a Pizza Hut pizza once you read enough
Yeah,
books and you lit all the candles on your little button.
that's awesome.
But okay. Back as a kid, I was really a nerd. I was reading the classics. I was reading like Charles Dickens
Okay.
and just like all of the things you should read for school, I was reading for fun.
Okay.
I would say as an adult now, I've much more just ventured into like fantasy, romance novels, like
Right.
all of the fluffy, not necessarily good for your brain books. That's what I read now. But back then, I was more academic. I was a nerd.
Yeah, that's cool. So no, and that's kind of something to me that is really cool to explore. Just like, do you have a book that back then, one of those classics that you feel kind of affected the way you looked at life?
Oh, yeah, because I would say honestly, Charles Dickens,
Hmm.
I just loved those books as a kid because, like I said, I was kind of like an outcast. I didn't have like a ton of friends. I had a few like core friends in
Right.
school, but like I was mostly just like a very quiet, very shy, very weird kid. So like I felt very comforted by reading like Oliver Twist or David Copperfield
Right.
or I don't know if you've read Charles Dickens, but
Oh yeah.
it feels like you have like a British grandpa reading you a story.
Yeah.
It's very
I
comforting.
know
I
what you're
loved
saying.
those books back then. And they're long books. They're like
Yeah.
800 pages long. So it's like you're never running out of content to read.
Yeah.
It was just that. So that was how I like spent a lot of my free time.
Okay. No, that's cool. Now, those were my parents slipped those books into the shelves. I had one big shelf in my bedroom, and I would always keep it organized with the books I was reading. And inevitably, I'd find a new book, and it would be one of those, something like that my mom and dad wanted me to read. And it's like, once it's on the shelf, you got to read it. There's no choice. And so, yeah, I mean, I was even reading, especially like in high school. I was getting into plays like Waiting for Godot and very much kind of the experimental writings of different people from back in that time. And it's really interesting to know other people that read that type of stuff when they were children, because I feel so much of that helped my creativity. It helped my understanding of, even as I get into high school and college, I can go look back and look at those things I read differently because college is teaching me to analyze everything, right? And so I think it just adds to so much of the artistry and everything. And that's why I asked what books kind of affected you. But so you're saying those books kind of made you feel not alone, or kind of expound on that a little bit more.
Yeah, I felt those type of books were just comforting. Um, just I don't know, just like the voice of it,
Hmm.
but I don't know, just reading in general for me back then, it's kind of like an escape into another world
Yeah.
where everything is just a little more whimsical, a little more fun. So I think that's the way that it changed me a lot back then. I was also maybe a little bit academic and pretentious. That's probably why I was reading those types of titles. It's not the stuff I read now at all.
Right, 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 right.
But back then, I think, yeah,
Okay.
I think it just kind of, it's also like when you're like a gifted kid at that age, it's like your brain needs something
Right.
to focus on and to give it like a mental workout so that,
Yeah.
otherwise you kind of like find other troubles to get into. So
Very true.
that was, I think it was a great escape for me and just a great way to like focus my mental energy.
Right. Now, did you do any type of 3D modeling, or did you do, when it gets to high school or anything, did you maybe play with clay, or, what kind of got you into the point where you wanted to design?
Oh, I was like a two-dimensional artist in
Okay.
high school. Well, all of my childhood, up through high school and college, I was really into painting, drawing, sketching. Um, all of the 2D arts were definitely my thing.
Okay.
I just started 3D sculpting like 2 or 3 years ago,
Okay.
but I feel like a lot of the like 2D art skills translate really easily into 3D art.
Right. And I think they can. I think they can. So,
Yeah.
what kind of things did you draw? What uh, can you look back and see the influences that came into what you're doing now?
Oh, yeah, actually, I would say I drew a lot of I painted a lot of like landscapes and things like that, but for
Okay.
drawing I did a lot of anime and more like cartoonish type characters, kind of like what I 3D sculpt now.
Right.
So, I think it heavily translated. I don't even really make 2D art anymore, to be honest. I think
Yeah.
I like transferred all of that artistic energy into now I make 3D stuff, but
Right.
it's very much the same stuff. It's like it's anime characters pretty much.
No, and that's cool. And that's, when you find something you like, I know there's a piece to it, right? When you're in the midst of it, while you might complain a lot about it, um, there's something that's kind of peaceful as you complete those individual tasks and get those things done. When do you find yourself starting to celebrate a piece like this is going to be finished? This is going to be, I love what this is looking like. What does that look like for you as you move to the end of a piece?
Almost never, honestly. I'm
Honest. There we go.
I'm weirdly I'm weirdly a perfectionist.
Yeah.
So when I'm working on something like right now I'm sculpting an Olivia Rodrigo Monster High doll and I
Okay.
have it in Nomad Sculpt and I just like I keep looking at it and I keep changing little things and I'll sculpt and change the smallest little details that look off to me all day, like hours and hours and hours, and like probably to an outsider nothing's really changing, but I'm like it doesn't feel right. So, I'll keep
Right.
I'll keep adjusting and eventually it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, I don't hate that. So, we'll export that body piece. That looks fine. Um I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I never get to a point where I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Right.
People are going to like that."
Is
I'm
it,
always worried people are going to hate everything.
well, is there like one thing you have out there right now that sits in the back of your head that you're like, I want to go back and I want to rework that and do something different? Do you have anything like that that kind of
Ah,
sits in the back of your
yeah.
head?
Yeah, basically everything I've ever made
Okay.
or put out, and I think and I think that's the blessing and the curse of, like, posting your art on social media,
Mhm.
is that, like, every when you post it, you get, hundreds of comments and everyone has opinions, good and bad, so I get a lot of constructive criticism on what I do, which I love. I feel
That's cool.
like I get better and better every time I make something because people point out a lot of flaws that maybe I wouldn't have known, like they were blind spots to me.
Okay.
Um, and then when I see all the comments pointing them out, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that better next time.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm always getting better and better just by like posting it out there and letting people have the freedom to comment good or bad on it.
Right.
It's always like an opportunity to improve.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I think that's a good way to look at it. I think for any artist, it can be a struggle, right? Just kind of the ups and downs of good, bad, what people think, what people don't think, or what people don't like. Uh, I think that's good to take that constructive criticism. Um, do you find that do you find that you struggle with that a lot behind the scenes, not on, when you're not on screen?
I don't actually. Maybe I did at first. I think I've just grown such a thick skin by like putting myself and my artwork out there so much. Like I already know ahead of time when I post a new piece of art. I already know people are going to point out like what's wrong about it, or and not everyone. Most people are super nice and they'll just like say they love it no matter what I
Right.
post, which is awesome. I love those comments too, but I already know people are going to say, oh, it's she's cross-eyed, or
Right.
she something's off about the body proportion. I don't know, there's just always something, and I almost like look forward to that because it's something that I can improve on the next thing that I make,
Okay.
and like I can see over time how my art has gotten better and better, and
Yeah.
I love, wow, you've really improved since you first started posting. And that's like just 100% from getting constructive criticism in the comment section. So I almost kind of welcome it and enjoy it.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That is cool. So, and I know in this room we have a lot of artists. We have a lot of people who put out just content. I mean, even when it comes down to videos, people can criticize and just kind of let you know the things they don't like, or people printing and showing different things. And as an artist, you invest so much time in it, and it really becomes this emotional investment sometimes. Speaking to people in the peanut gallery, how would you, what piece of advice would you give them when it comes to kind of taking criticism or reacting to criticism?
um, so other than just taking it as a learning opportunity, one thing that I've like really found helpful for me personally when I like post stuff is that there's gonna be viewers that just like love everything I post and like think I'm the greatest no matter what. And then there's viewers that like just are there to be mean and they
Mm,
want to be mean and they want to say mean stuff. Um, and you kind of just have to like not let either one of those, um, like not internalize either side of that. And, you don't want to get a big ego when people think you're great and when you're getting a ton of views and when everyone loves your stuff, and at the same time you don't want to like internalize all the hate, or when you post something and it's not as popular. It's kind of like neither one of those are a reflection of you.
hmm.
That's kind of just how people interact with the world and like a projection of themselves. So I kind of just try to stay as level-headed as possible and really not take in much of what other people think of what I'm doing.
Right. Right. I like the way you say that. Don't internalize both sides. I think that's a very good point. Um, do you have a support structure behind you that helps you when you get into those times where something might be weighing on you, or do you have people that you talk to in inner circle? family, anything like that, support structure?
Yeah, yeah. I love all of the like the Women of Print talk on here. I'm a big fan, a big supporter of that. I don't know if Tasha's still in here,
I
but
think she is.
she runs the Women of Print
Yeah,
talk, and
she's
there's
here.
like several of us female creators
Hmm.
that we all support each other,
Yeah.
and I feel like I can message them about anything going on in this space, whether it's like I'm creatively stuck or I don't like how people are reacting to something that I posted. Like, I feel very, like it's a very safe space that, you know, we all kind of connect, we all support each other.
Right.
And yeah, I love that. Shout out to Women of Print Talk, shout out to Taja. Um,
There you go, guys.
I would
Gotta
say
go.
that's my best like content creation
You
support
got to put
system.
Kirsten in there too. So.
Kirsten, yes, Kirsten, of course,
Yep.
Kawaii
Well,
Rogue, Julie from Nerd DIY,
yep.
Steffi, obviously
Steffi's
Steffi.
around.
We all
Yep.
love Steffi.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I just there's a lot of other women in this space that I feel like have been super helpful in
Awesome.
supporting me.
That's
Yeah.
good. That is really good. That is awesome. It's excited to see everybody in here tonight, guys. Thank you so much. We have been talking to a friend of the channel here that we've gotten to know recently, Slam 3D. Please, 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 please check out her Linktree, where you'll find all the things that you need to find about her. There's your Slam 3D Print Lab, where you can find all the links to all of her different stuff, to her different channels, to the stuff that she's doing, her affiliate links, which are always important. We want to share those and support the content creators in the ways that we can. And using affiliate codes is a very, very, very important way to do that. Guys, last questions. Get your questions in the peanut gallery. Let me know. We did have one here. Are you educated in art? Do you have any type of art background? Were there any classes, college, anything?
No, not my degrees are in geology. So I have a bachelor's and a master's in geology and environmental biogeochemistry. So my educational background is very science based.
Yeah,
This
that's
is kind
cool.
of just like what I do as a hobby, I
Hmm.
guess. But I've always had the hobby of artwork. So
Okay.
it's been a very natural like path for me to continue pursuing that, but I'm not educated in it at all, other than like YouTube University.
Right.
Like I watch tutorials
Yeah, that's
when I don't
great.
know how to do something, and then I just like, you know, practice, practice, practice until it looks good.
Yeah. So, normie job, what you do on the like for work or anything now, is that based in that educational background, or what kind of things do you do work wise?
So now this is what I do.
Okay.
I'm full-time
Right.
just creating 3D things and creating content, and I'm trying to move over to YouTube and
Okay.
possibly Patreon in the future,
Ooh.
but
Hey guys,
this
watch
is
out for
what I
that
do now. So
Patreon.
I have yeah, I have a master's degree just kind of collecting dust on the wall.
It never collects dust. Some the knowledge transfers. It can. It's always interesting how the things you learn that you feel you would never use show up in the strangest places. I'm sure you'll figure out something. Yeah, I can definitely tell you think deeply about things and find ways to make things work. I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. We got Steffi makes Patreon would be great. I think so too. I think that would be awesome too. Is there anything? Last question, and we'll kind of move on. Is there anything you haven't accomplished yet that you want to?
Well, honestly, I would say the YouTube aspect because
Okay.
that's just kind of how I got into this. I was watching Uncle Jesse on YouTube or Dave Reed on YouTube, and I was majorly a YouTube viewer, not like a TikTok or Instagram person, really. So I feel like those are kind of like my idols in a sense that got me into this, and I would love to like move over there and do a little bit more of what they do.
Yeah.
I kind of just happened upon TikTok and Instagram by accident by like posting things and they go viral, but I would love to be like a successful YouTube creator.
Okay.
That's kind of my goal for the next couple years.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. That's great. That's great. What can we look forward to on your channel? What kind of things are coming up? What ambitious projects do you have that we can look forward to?
I'm gonna continue on the path of just kind of girly nostalgic action figures. Right now I'm working on an Olivia Rodrigo Monster High mashup.
Okay. Yep.
And I've been working on it for like a month now. It's taken me a bit of time, but I'm a perfectionist, so of course,
Of course.
I'm working into all the details and making sure it's as perfect as can be before I put it out. But I'm enjoying the path of the girly and the nostalgic and articulated. So I'm gonna stay on that path. A lot of what I make is kind of like IP stuff, so I also want to move into making my own kind of like original doll accessories, doll furniture,
Okay.
kind of things I can make in this space that are my original content that hopefully I could post to like Patreon or something like that.
Right.
But it's gonna stay girly and nostalgic for sure.
That's awesome. No, that sounds great. I like the ambition behind that. That sounds like a really good thing. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Slam, thank you so much for coming in and doing this interview. I've really enjoyed getting to know you. I'm going to give you last words before I pop you back to the green room. Anything you want to say to everybody in the chat room?
No, I think I've said it all, but I really do want to emphasize getting more women and girls into 3D printing. I feel like that's kind of my main goal with everything I post is, we can do these fun, girly things and still integrate them into STEM, into 3D printing, into 3D modeling, and I love all of the manly stuff that's out there right now in the 3D printing content world.
Right.
And I just want to add on to that and bring in, more of the girly side.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Everybody, thanks Slam. Wave to her. Let you know how much you appreciate her being here and actually showing her face, which she doesn't normally do. So thank you so much.
Don't do it often.
But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And I'll come meet you in the green room in just a second. Guys, thank y'all so much for being here tonight. That was great. I really enjoyed that. She's been fun to get to know. I love her stuff. I love her art. And all the things that she does, guys. So if you enjoy what you saw here, please go and follow her. Please be a part of her channel and be a part of just the things that she wants to do. And you can see what her ambitions are and where she wants to go with it. Channel name, Slam 3D Print. Slam 3D Prints. I gave you the link tree. If we hit the URL right here, you can find her link tree and find all of the links that you need right there to find the information on her and follow her and be a part of what she's got going on. So guys, thank y'all so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. Sorry about the voice tonight, but guys, we had an amazing weekend over at the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival. Met a lot of people. Met a lot of you guys that are here tonight, and that was a lot of fun just getting to meet you guys in real life. Sit down and have some conversations with you. It was so much fun and I appreciate it. I had a great drive across country, seeing all different people, different places, and I'm going to continue doing that, and I'll let y'all know as that goes further. But thank you for being here tonight. We do have in 2 weeks, Pez Liz will be interviewing her and talking with her about all the different things she has going on her channels and over on Twitch. So be a part of that. This coming Tuesday night, we have Project Night, the first night of the month where we have projects. I invite you guys in to show off what you're working on, to give you about 5 minutes. If you have a problem, maybe we can help you. If you finished it, we will celebrate with you. So come on back Tuesday night. Just thank you so much for being here tonight, guys. This would not be a show without you, or at least I would be sitting here talking to myself, but I appreciate you every day. I appreciate you showing up at the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival, giving me new hats, letting me get to know you personally, guys. Thank you so much. So have a great night. Remember, live life to the fullest. Grow in wisdom and always show what you have learned generously. See you next week, guys.